Citrix workspace. So I installed it and I'm going to sign on. So I want you to follow along with me. So I'm going to log on to my Citrix and I'm going to type my school credentials, my password. So I've just logged on. And if you have logged on, you can open Citrix workspace. I'm opening. And here is the workspace. And I'm going to double click on Academic Virtual Desktop. Okay. So here is my virtual desktop. It might take longer for you if you are connecting for the first time today. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes for you to come to this point. So again, you log on to your Citrix, open Academic Virtual Desktop, and it may take some time, but it will open the app, the desktop right now. So it's like a computer on the cloud that you can use. And I'm going to go to Start. If you go to Start, there are many programs and softwares and apps that are available for you. So you can run many statistical softwares that are being used by other departments that can be done. And if you scroll down to S, under S, you should see SAP front end. Right? Also have SAS. I didn't know that. SAP front end, and then click on it. And then under SAP front end, you have many softwares. Among them, we are going to choose SAP Logon. That's one way of going there. Or if you think, oh, that's too cumbersome, so I want to go to this search. So go to search and just type SAP, and everything related to SAP comes up. And you want to choose SAP Logon. So I'm going to click on it. So let me make it bigger. Okay, so SAP Logon 760 has been executed. And I'm going to go to, if you scroll down, and you will see risk right here. Name is risk, so hashtag and risk. Then it says risk.ucc.uwn.edu. So this is the location of the server. In other words, this server is located in University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Okay, so this is located in University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. And as I told you, our school is a member of University of Alliance program with SAP, and we are paying about $8,000 per year to get an access to this program. Corporations are paying millions of dollars, at least according to my research, 50 millions they are paying for ERP, SAP ERP, because it integrates all the suppliers and customers and logistics partners, and your corporations and employees are all connected through SAP. So it's a really large system, and they are paying lots of money for that. So I'm going to click on risk, so double click on it. And if you double click, now, so there are many servers, and among them you chose this one, that is risk. This is a server that we will use for simulation. And here is an important point where you have to type your credentials for SAP Logon. And I already shared it with you before, but let me do it again. Here is your Logon credential. I put Alpha to hotel, and the last team, all of you have 4 team members, and hotel has only 3 members because it's uneven. That's why you are left with only 3 members. But the other teams are all having 4 members, and Actually, the ID and password are quite simple. If you are, say, Henry is Alpha, and his ID is A1, and the second member is Lindsay Forcier, that's A2, and Stephen Foster, A3, and Sei Kwai is A4, and the pattern follows for the other teams as well. And initial password is ERP SIM simulation. So it's in all uppercase. So please be careful. Do not type lower cases, but upper cases. And client number is another important thing. That's 430. So you try that. Say client number is 430 and username. So as I told you, you have to enter that. And in my case, I'm gonna type I1. And then password is ERP SIM, all uppercase. And here you cannot see what you're typing. So be very careful when you're typing, and because you cannot see it. So I'm gonna type ERPSIM. I did, and you cannot see it, right? So it's for security reason. SAP designed it this way. So don't be surprised when you cannot see it. And hit enter. Then you are going to be prompted with this new password, and where you have to enter your new password. And I want you to choose a simple one, and I don't have any ability to change your password, or so you'll be locked out if you forget your password and fail to enter the correct password 3 times. It's a very sensitive program. So at this moment, I want you to write your new password down and text it to yourself and email it to yourself, or make a note of it so that you don't forget your.
Keep the same password you gave us?
You can if you want. I'm not so sure. I have not tried, but you should be able to. So I'm gonna use my own. I would change it because who knows? Your competitor might take advantage of your account. So I changed it, and now I'm in the SAP system. And if you have done so, right bottom you have this check mark, and that is continue button. If you click on that, there is a welcome message. It says this is a risk server, and HEC is a university name in Montreal, Canada, and they developed this system. So HEC ERP SIM is right here, and this is hosted by Milwaukee. So this is greeting message. Okay, I see. So I'm going to just click on this check mark and continue. Okay, then you are now logged on to SAP and ready to play this game. And let me just give you a brief introduction to the system. And if you look at here, this simulation simplifies all the menus. If you took my OM class, you saw how many menus are available under SAP. But for the simplicity, this simulation has only a handful of functions available for you. If you double click on or expand this round 1 folder, you will see you have only 2 functions, BK32 and ZADS. So these are the functions that you will need to use for decision makings. So as I said, change price list. So when you are changing price, you have to use that. And the ZADS is marketing expense planning. So depending on the region, you have to make the decision. So let me see if it works. So let me double click on BK32. And it's not working at this moment because it's not initialized, but I'm going to do that. If I start it, it'll work. And here's the price. So price list, and you can make decisions about price, which things you can do. And you can click on exit to go back to the thing. So right now you don't have to worry about discount, surcharge, freight, taxes, conditions. You don't have to worry about this at all. but only look at price list, and because this is the thing that you have to make a decision primarily. And ZADS is marketing expenses, and if you double click on that, here you can enter like 1 or half, 0.5, 2 or 3, depending on market region. You can spend different money. So remember that that's a percent of your revenue. So you can come out of that, exit.
And all the prices have to be the same throughout the 3.
Yes, price list must be the same. You cannot change. Just like for marketing, you can change. Now reports. This is also very important. So business intelligence people are working with the reports, and inventory decision, price market report decision, summary sales report, detailed sales report are going to show up here. You can even check how much profit you are making by checking financial statement. Financial statement, I encourage you to check it after you are done with round 1. That's easier for you. At this point, you will just focus on inventory report, price market report, summary sales report, those things. And later, in 2 weeks, you will be using this data to download and analyze it more and present. So it's very important for you. And so that's round 1. And I'm going to be talking about round 2 later. So let me see, because I saw some error messages that you guys are sharing. So I'm gonna checking on that text message. Now I want to give you guys some time to discuss amongst yourself what your strategies are, what your roles are, how you are going to determine the team dynamics and who is going to be the leader, how you are going to manage the simulation round 1 and 2 and 3,